I'm trying to get my notes together.
I say, call your brothers. Call your brothers
hey,
and brag on that. I know we live. My bad.
yeah,
We are.
Yeah, man. Y'all work with me. Okay.
Next to flex.
There you go, Sean. Do the impromptu for me, cause you like 30 seconds.
Yeah. No, there we go.
No, dog.
Flex, watch me flex. Shout out, watch me flex. Watch me flex. Watch me flex. Shout out, watch me flex. Ow, I'm flexing on them. I'm flexing on them. I'm flexing on them. I'm flexing on them. Flex, watch me flex. Shout out, watch me flex. Watch me flex. Watch me flex. Shout out, watch me flex. Ow, I'm flexing on them.
Yo. Welcome to the Next2flex Sportz podcast. I got my guys with me. We missing one tonight because he's on vacation. So we're gonna try to keep it pushing without him. We're gonna start from the bottom, the one that's under me, starting with you, Sean.
What's up, y'all? Look here, Next2flex podcast Sportz. Let's talk it. And it, as y'all can see right there, wherever it is in that corner, it's the permanent special guest. Let's go.
Okay, we got my man DMVD Nice. Go ahead and start it off for us, but
What's up? DMVD Nice. Ready for another episode, week 2. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna go up here up above DMVD Nice. We got my man Kev. Let's go.
What up? I'm here. Let's do this. Talk about sports.
I thought somebody was in the water, coming out of the water.
Right.
Man, we got my man Jo next to me, holding it down in the middle.
Did you hear a noise, my man?
No, I've seen him behind me.
It's me, the GOAT, the lifeblood. You guys get a kick out of me. I swear you do. I love you guys, man. I'm here to talk sports.
Okay. Well, guess what? We're gonna go ahead and kick it off. We're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna address the elephant in the room. The Commanders. Did they do what y'all expected them to do?
Elefante.
Just give me your take on the game or recap the game. Anybody can jump in.
Okay, fine. I'll jump in.
You always do.
Yeah, I am kangaroo jump. You know what I'm saying? But I had no problem with what happened. Like this is about development of Jaden Daniels. Defense will come along. I mean, not to talk fantasy, but I started Baker Mayfield for a reason. Like this.
That was a good pick. That was a good pickup. I was like, man, why didn't I pick him up?
Yeah, it was easy, but
exactly.
Jaden played well. That's all that matters to me. Like I said, I didn't see the game because I was also on vacation, so I didn't get to see it. And they were showing the Raiders and Chargers and Dallas and Browns. I was mad about that, but they weren't showing the Commanders game. But anyway, I didn't get to watch it, but from what I've seen in the highlights, he played well. Hit 88 yards rushing. Like, he didn't turn the ball over. I am very happy about the end of the game. It's gonna sound weird, but I don't really care about the wins and losses. I want the team to get better every game. And right now, Jaden is, I would say, ahead of what I expected. I expected a Caleb Williams type game where things didn't quite go right, but he played very fucking well.
Mm-hmm. So I have a little bit different opinion. I mean, as a rookie, he did play well where he didn't turn the ball over. He ran the ball well. He needed to learn how to slide better. But as far as seeing down the field, and it could have been a game plan. I mean, watching the game, he was trigger shot. He was scared to throw the ball down the field. Terry McLaurin, I don't think got a target to the third quarter. It was like, how are you not scheming your number one receiver to get him open? Move him around, do something. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing that any quarterback has to do is get to your number one receiver. Just like Marvin Harrison, one catch last game. These overall defense, I expected the secondary to look better with the overhaul that they made, at least a little bit better. They still made the same mistakes that I saw last year. Up front, they stopped the run pretty well. And the linebackers, Wagner had a couple good plays. So overall, I was wanted to see a little bit better on defense. But I mean, Jaden's going to, for his first outing, he didn't turn the ball over. He made, fantasy-wise, he did great. Quarterback-wise, he has to look down. He was running to run and not running to throw. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking downfield when he ran. So that's what I got to say.
Okay, let me just do quick. I was a prisoner of the moment when I first saw the game because I was watching, but I was also at an event, so I was in and out. But I was upset at the defense because like I said in the beginning, I want more effort, and I still think we can do more double-digit wins. But my point was just against the defense. But now after a few days, I had time to calm down, look at some more of the tape and everything. Kevin sentiments. I like what you said, and I'm there, but I do need more effort from my defense, as well as I need Cliff to scheme up something better. But that's my point.
So here we go. I completely and indubitably disagree with D Nice. Why? Because it's not up to him to get it to the number one receiver. I mean, he can get the scheme is Kingsbury. That's the burden of getting it to the man. He don't use motion. He don't use shifts. And last year we talked about this. That's a problem for me. You do that to first of all to key what the defense is and what they're doing, and to get your people open. You put the emotion. You can't check him. You can't bump him. You can't sit on the line. You don't know where he's going. You sit him out here on the right side of the defense.
He can get pressed, right? He can press.
Right
they
side.
can press him.
Not only that, you know exactly where he is. You know what he can run and what he can't run. If he's on the numbers, all he can do is run inside or up the field. He can't run out. He can't do no outs or anything. I think the game plan was, because of the line, we don't know what the line is. I think the game plan was get back. Once you hit your back foot, your first two reads are not there, get out of there. That's what he looked like he did. Jaden got back. He hit his back foot. First read wasn't there. Second read wasn't there. He gone. He wasn't sitting there waiting. He wasn't trying to play with nobody. He wasn't trying to sit back behind that line. Now, when you leave contain, maybe you could look up the field, but I think a lot of times it was man defense. So when you play man, back to turn, you get up the field.
Exactly. So that brings to the point. Man defense. What's the one strength that Jaden has? The deep ball, right? He's accurate in deep ball. He ain't throwing out one deep shot. You know what I'm saying to anyone down the field. I mean, they ain't taking out one.
But
one went a little bit past.
But do you know?
I mean, come on now. That's his strength.
But did you see the coverage though? Like, did you look downfield when? That's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been covered. That's why he ran. When they got their man, when a mobile quarterback sees a man defense, guess what he gonna do? He gonna run.
He gonna run
because everybody got their backs on. I can try a deep shot. That's 25% of maybe a completion, or I can run for 15 yards. It's a first down. I'm gonna run for 15 yards. But I my last thing is, Kevin said it right. I'm not really sitting here looking for wins. I'm looking for progression, especially with the quarterback. The defensive line actually looked pretty good to me, rushing the passer. They just got to finish. They really got to finish. But to me, Jaden played a very good game. He stayed out of. He got sacked a couple times, but I think he got sacked because he was sitting back there. He kind of didn't go with the game plan. He sat back there waiting for an open man. Let's not do that a lot of times. Let's go ahead and get out of there, throw it away or do something. But let's not sit back there. That's when he got sacked. So I want to see progression. I want to see him get better in the passing game, of course. But if he got to take off and run right now, take off and run. I think a lot of times he did look stupid slide, but he got out of.
Oh man, his roll slides was crazy.
He got out of the way though.
I don't know where he learned that from.
Can I add one thing real quick to what Joey said real quick, right? So we all know PFF is like they do stats and all types of shit, right? And one stat that jumped out of me about, once again, I didn't see the game, so I had to do a lot of reading about it because I was on a ship and just had plenty of time to read. Jaden Daniels only fled the pocket 1 out of 22 possible times. So meaning it was 22 clean pockets and he only fled the pocket one time.
A clean pocket, yeah.
Yes, so that means he wasn't running just to run.
Yeah,
like when he ran, it was a reason.
Because he had to.
And he had to,
Yeah,
but it was a clean pocket. He stayed in there 21 out of 22 times. That's amazing for a rookie, for a first game.
And for somebody who's going. And one more thing, real quick.
Or not.
It's funny because
right,
he had the best game of rookies, and
he did.
And I mean, you talking about overall, he probably was mid in the mid area for quarterbacks overall as far as performance. So I'll take it for his first game. You know what I'm saying?
I just got one question to the whole entire panel. What do we do about our secondary, y'all? I mean, I know it's just one game and all that, but is there a free agent?
We gotta get home.
What free agent? This late? Ain't no free agent right now. Ain't nobody gonna save us right now.
Okay, hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joey. I'll wait.
We gotta get home. We gotta get the quarterback. Like we could have had. I counted. We could have at least had 5 sacks. At least that from the defensive line itself. We just couldn't grab him
in the NFL. If you don't,
and once that happens, he break a chain.
But each side got
two joints happen. Two joints happen because St. Juice didn't just turn his head. Like literally.
That's the whole point. He was there, and this is Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. This ain't some bumps. Like
he's a big receiver.
And Baker was throwing dimes, and a lot of times the corner was there, just had to turn his head a second earlier. I'm sorry, half a second earlier and back the ball down. But like the one where I don't know what touchdown it was, but Evans scored. It was like Juice was right there. It went over Juice's shoulder into Evans' hands. Like a fantastic catch.
That's a heck of a throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna move it on. We're gonna put a little nail in the coffin. Not a nail in the coffin, because I don't want to say that about the Commanders. But we're gonna move on to the next.
We'll go back to him. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. We're gonna talk about his gameplay first. What did y'all see? And also, do y'all think he's done? Not just on the field. I mean, they had another allegation against him. It's been a tough week because Puffy had another allegation drop on him too. So I mean, everybody's So it was today. So we're gonna keep it with Deshaun. Do you think is it for him? I mean,
I'll take this one since he's my quarterback from a long time ago as a get him on the bench. So I would say because of his contract, he's not done. I looked at his contract today, and they still owe him a whole lot more money. That's the one reason why he's not done. I mean, his play on the field. We know it's been shitty. It's been shitty for the past 2 years. I don't know if he's fully healthy with his shoulder from last year or from the surgery he had. Looking at the film, I mean, and looking how he throws the ball now compared to when he was in Texas, you know, it's a big difference. Accuracy is terrible. I mean, he was overthrowing some receivers. I mean, it was just horrible. Looking at the film, he's just not a quality starting quarterback right now. I'm not sure if it's going to get better this year. Right now, he didn't play much in the preseason, so maybe he's knocking off the rust. So we'll see if he can get better. At least throw for 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. I mean, Amari Cooper did drop a touchdown. That would have made his stats look a little bit better. But right now, he's not a starting quarterback at this, at this thing. But he's paid like one, so they're gonna keep him at. They're not gonna put Jameson yet. Yeah, he paid like 2. I mean, his next they owe him 140 million the next 2 years. It's ridiculous.
He's gonna do something. If I'm paying him that much, he's gonna do. Even if he ain't quarterback, he's gonna do something.
I agree.
Jerseys out or something. He's gonna do something.
I agree with D Nice. I think
hold the ball while they punt. He can do something.
I think he goes. You the voter when they on kickoffs. Not kickoffs. I mean field goals.
Exactly. Yeah. And about the allegations are old. So I mean, these are not like these new allegations from women from the past year or two. These are like from back in 2020, 2019, where they probably never got paid. Like, I still want to get paid. So I don't know how much standing I have on those allegations. Yeah, I mean, it's the same, and it's the same lawyer probably just getting more women. I mean, so I don't know.
They say Goodell said something about he trying to suspend him again or something. But I feel like, how we gonna do that if you already suspended him?
Exactly, it's double jeopardy. You can't do double jeopardy.
The PA got to step in on that. But as far as his play on the field, he looks rusty. He just looked. I mean, he looked bad. But let's think about it. He came back last year, right? How many games did he play before he actually got hurt? A couple.
Yeah,
But
like
he hasn't
last
really been.
Last year the first year back? I thought it was 2 years.
Yeah, last year was his first year back.
But he only played like what 5 games? Or something?
Maybe.
No. The previous year was the first year back.
Yeah,
he started late.
Yeah,
so the previous year, the first year before that, he started late.
Like this is
and then last year he hurt. So he hasn't really played a full season.
Yeah, because he got hurt. But let me ask y'all this. My point is,
he's been there for 2 years or 3 years.
It's third year.
He's never really been
back to form.
Offense in the offense for long enough to even get back to a form. And then you got every time something happens, it gets interrupted by an off season or injury or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if he's done.
If you're available, if you're not available,
he didn't look good, but I don't know if he's done.
Well, let me ask you this: you say, okay, so we are talking about Deshaun, and you say he looked rusty, right? That's a case. Okay, well, let me ask you this, and just yes, no. Kirk Cousins, did he look rusty?
Yeah,
I didn't watch Kirk Cousins. But
okay, it was. Okay,
it was a bunch of quarterbacks looking rusty.
I'm naming some.
They didn't do much.
Also, I mean, Bryce Young. Oh my God,
that look horrible. Joe Burrow.
I was feeling the Kevin. I'm gonna be real. I was smelling the Kevin sauce with Bryce Young too, because I wanted him to, it's the first game, but I went and picked him up in a lot of leagues. But oh my God. Okay. Also, what about Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers had one good drive, and then. But he also played against the top-notch defense too.
Lazard,
yeah.
Maybe
that's a good drive.
Hold on, but he hit Wilson too on the
side.
So
what I'm getting at is what I'm getting at is, and we had this conversation, guys, earlier. Is this a lack of not playing in the preseason?
Of course,
I totally agree with that. My wife even said that to me. Yeah, for certain. Preseason needs to be a little bit more extended.
This is preseason. I mean, the first 2 weeks is extended preseason. We talked about this. They don't play. The first week is all horrible football. I mean, that's just NFL. I mean, and they talk about reducing it to 2 preseason games, so it's going to get even worse.
The way it went before with
the penalties. I mean, come on now.
Half of the teams didn't play horrible.
Yeah, you remember when it was 4 preseason games, that third preseason game, you had at least a half to maybe 3/4 of the offense being out there.
I agree.
But now you got 3 preseason games, and they barely play a drive, 2 drives, and then that's it. They don't play in the last one. So
you're
definitely right about the rust. I mean, I think they do the joint practices and stuff, but as much as that helps, it's still not a game.
Yeah.
So how can we fix that? How can we fix it? What's the solution? I'm a solution person. What is the solution to get past this week 1 of horrible NFL?
There is no solution until coaches. So Mahomes. So one team that plays throughout the preseason is Andy Reid. Andy Reid has his players play, and they didn't look as rusty as the other team.
Well,
but that's a different coach. It's all about the coaches.
He said it's more practice though. They said that with Andy Reid, they practice hard and they practice long. Like they have long practices. Like they get out there 1 or 2 hours. Most teams 1 or 2 hours. They done.
But they don't have. I mean, maybe.
But they also play in the preseason too.
Yeah, but maybe I'm mixing up college and NFL. But there's a limit. They can't practice like. I don't
think it's a time limit.
Yeah, they have.
I think you just gotta wait. You gotta wait certain time. Oh, you know what it is? I believe it's pads. Like they can't have on pads for more, for a certain amount of practices. Or
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
I think it's the pads. I think you can't have it full pads like every day or something like something like that. But I don't think the hours of practice is a problem. I just think it's padded practice versus unpadded practices.
I know. I think I read maybe a year ago about the preseason and the changes. Well, one was based on injuries, and they were not trying to put star players in positions to get hurt so early in the season, but or even before they play a season. But on the other side is what we're getting now. It's just bad play until week 3 or week 4. And by that time, everybody's yelling, along with what I said, and I'm sorry to go back, but to the holdouts. Like, if you're a wide receiver and you held out, then you come in the camp, but then you don't even practice with the team and everything. Then you come in thinking you game ready. You're not Allen Iverson in basketball. Like, you can't just plug and play. I don't believe in that, except for Trent Williams, because what he done Sunday was just amazing to me. Like, he always.
That dude is amazing. Period.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think they need to play more.
He is one of the best players, football players I've ever seen, dog. Like, I don't know how you do, but listen, when he was with us and he wasn't playing, I saw him working out with AP. It astonished me how he was running. They running the box drills. They doing, all that stuff, and three cone drill and all that. Him and AP racing and timing each other, and he beating AP in a lot of them drills. And I'm sitting there like, this dude is ridiculous.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy.
That's a generational type of talent right there. Like, you want to call it generational? Like, he signed what you said a day before or something like that before they played or some shit like that. Yeah. And got out there and just just like, oh well, it's okay. It's just
got out there.
It's just another day. Yeah. It's just another day. Yeah. He just grabbed his lunch pail and went to work.
So, Mr. Solution Hot Take, what's I get when you say you solution based. What's your opinion?
I don't know. I think they should play more in the preseason. I think, if especially the teams that don't have the luxury, like the Commanders, like, they suck. You know what I mean? And being real, like, I want them to be up to speed. You had 70% of your roster got turned around or whatever. So getting good is playing in games. So I think they should play a little more. Injuries is a part of it. You get hurt in practice. You feel what I'm saying? Injuries is a part of it. I know, remember back in the day, back a couple years back, J.K. Dobbins, he got hurt right in the preseason. They tried to play. The Ravens players were playing and he got hurt. But it's part of it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you signed up for.
Had 140 on this weekend. Anyway.
Oh yeah, he looked real good. He looked real good.
Yeah. He got walked down a little bit on that run, but
what I think is, I think they need to play a little more. If Kansas City is playing more. And look at them.
We know. Not disregarding what you're saying, because you're absolutely right. They need to play more. That's totally true. The problem is, you need a coach that's going to risk their players to do that, because the coaches are so volatile. The owners are so volatile that if you they don't take excuses. Like, you don't get 5 years anymore to build a team. You get a 5-year contract, but if by year 2.5 you ain't done nothing, you're out by year 3. You know what I'm saying? So they can't risk. They can't risk like losing
their star players.
Yeah, they can't do that.
That's football. That's football. You think about back in the day, the training camps were a lot longer and harder.
You had 5 years back in the day.
Well, the difference between that is, so what I heard, like in the Joe Gibbs era, or the first era, his first time, there was no salary cap. Well, it was a salary cap, but like there was no like free agency. That's what it was. So like Joe Gibbs was stashed talent. Like as backups and shit like that. Like he would draft. It was like 15 rounds or some shit like that in the draft. Like he was stashed talent. So like, and they would just be on the team waiting for their turn. You know what I mean? So when somebody got hurt, it really was next man up, because they had been there for 4 years trying to fight to get to that position. So they know everything already.
And
so it's like, and like you say, like and the owners were a little more patient, because they knew they had a dynasty in waiting most of the time if you got a good coach. So like that's why in the 80s we went to the Super Bowl 3 times or some shit like that. Because we had, you know what I'm saying, we had the people. It's crazy. So this you got salary cap, you got free agency, them people trying to get that bag, and you just can't. You gotta be quick. You gotta try to keep the people and win at the same time, and keep that owner off your back, and this and that.
Yeah,
that shit's difficult, man.
Well, listen, we gotta, somebody got to do something, because this sucky play in the beginning. That one loss that you take in the beginning of the year gonna come back and bite you in the ass in the end. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, you might need that game. You feel what I'm saying? If you could steal one in the beginning of the year, steal it. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody want that competitive edge. So if the preseason gets you that competitive edge, go ahead and play.
How do you know? How do we know? I was listening to the radio today. I was like, how do we know that the Bucks are just that team? Like they could be really good this year too.
I mean,
like
they were a playoff team last year.
We stack up the teams, and we say, oh man, it's the Bucks, but. I mean, it was a playoff team. It was a timeout away from actually beating the Lions.
They're a playoff team last year. Yeah,
they might have been in the division. They might have been in the NFC Championship if they beat the Lions.
Well, this weekend will tell you it's going to be the tail of the tape.
Exactly.
Who they play this weekend?
They play the Giants.
No. I was talking about the Bucks.
The Bucks play Detroit. The Bucks play Detroit.
I'm talking about as far as the Commanders. They play the Giants.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, if the Commanders like shit this weekend, it's a problem. They can't. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that.
According to Kevin, we know how he feel about that Giants Commanders matchup.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna definitely get to that. Let's move on. We're gonna move on. We got Tyreek Hill that was in the news. Everybody, I'm not gonna post a video. Everybody know what's going on. I mean, so many things went wrong, and I was working a podcast yesterday. Let's Talk Sports, y'all, with Apostle. I was working this podcast, and he was talking about, like, if it was a Dallas player in Dallas, like, say it was CeeDee Lamb, that wouldn't have happened to CeeDee Lamb in Dallas, or such and such and such. It's like, why did that happen to Tyreek Hill, like, in Miami? Everybody should know that's Tyreek Hill. Like, why did that happen to him? Like, come on, man. Like, and the video, I know y'all saw the video. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I couldn't even explain. Like, when I saw it, like, I had to actually walk away from it because, like, I took it in, and I took it in heavy because I'm like, damn, I mean, everybody know who Tyreek Hill is. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine if it was somebody like a regular smuggler type of guy. What would have happened to them? You feel me? I'm looking at it as on a standpoint as a black man. I was having a conversation with one of my good friends. And her daughter is, gay. So at the end of the day, she was like, make sure that you don't look like a dude when she worried about her looking like a dude when she get pulled over because she shaved her hair and stuff like that. And she said, I hate to say that, but looking like a black man, I mean, y'all go through a lot. And we do. Black men go through a lot in America. Like, we go through so much, especially with traffic stops. I've been through so many horrible traffic stops, like right from my house. I think Joy was with me one night, right from my house. Pulled over. They had us on the curb. I mean, you can look at my house. Look at my house. You can look at it. And I'm like, I live right there. It was crazy. But what I'm saying,
wrong way over the street.
Yeah. So, but what I'm trying to say is, this was a celebrity. It could be anybody.
That's a regular man to that person.
Yes. You see what I'm saying? But and my thing is, like, where do we go from here? Like, where was the ball dropped? Because it was more than just him. It was I don't know the names, but it was
Calais Campbell.
Calais Campbell was John Smith.
Pulled up. He pulled up just to say what's up. He pulled up to tell them, like, dog, that's Tyreek Hill. Like,
said, give me your license or you getting locked up too.
But you don't think they knew that was Tyreek Hill?
He knew. I mean, I think it was more of just a power trip, man. It was a incident we've seen too many times in this country, man. They just flex the muscles at the wrong time. It's an ugly situation, but I don't know how it's gonna get better. I mean, right now,
I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay.
I mean, like, just like D Nice, and all of us have seen before, man. This incident has happened often too many times, whether you're a celebrity or not. And how it can get better, I guess, better policing, man, better training, or
there you go, better training.
And to be on the other side when people say devil's advocate, yeah, he could have complied, but which he did comply. But the instance of him rolling the window up set the officer all.
It set him off.
Set
Yeah.
him off.
Yeah.
And the only caveat to that is that he doesn't know what could be done behind the view of the window. But in Florida, I thought, but hold on, in Florida, I thought you could have the tent, however, so it can be dark. He just couldn't have the window up. So in that instance, so he's scared. So if the officer's scared, who has a vest and a gun of yourself, but you're scared, maybe that's not the position for him.
Can I say one thing about that? That's absolute bullshit. There's no reason you to keep your window up doing a traffic stop. If it's raining and snowing, they wouldn't make you hold your window up. That was complete bullshit. The window up is a complete bullshit. It's a power trip. It has nothing to do.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was just about to say the same thing. That's not a law. That's not a law. You gotta keep your window down. You give me your shit, you roll your window back up. Like that's it. If they got a problem with your tent, if your tent too dark, then they can say, "Hey, your tent too dark." Or
but
whatever.
He don't know what you doing inside your car.
It's not about he wasn't scared.
I don't know if he's scared, man. He's a traffic cop. I mean, he right in the stadium. He knew who he was.
So here's the thing. So Tyreek Hill was being a little bit of an asshole at first, right? But that's no excuse. I've been in the car with an asshole before, where somebody just been like, "Yo, just give me my ticket." Like, why you sit here talking to me? Like, give me my ticket and let me go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
you were in the car with me when I did that, and I told Devin to shut the hell up. Basically,
I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking about you, but I do remember that I was talking about somebody else on the show. He ain't around here, but we was in the car. I've been in the car with people to be like, "Yeah, why? You know why I stopped you? Nah, man. What's up? Like, what you need? What you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need that. Here my joke. Well, blah blah. Just get my ticket. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need you don't need to, as long as you give them what they ask for.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You comply. My window ain't got shit to do with you checking my license. Go back and check my license. My window can stay up or down. Like when you come back, if I might decide to roll my window down and get my shit. But at this point, you're supposed to walk away and go check my shit. That's what you're supposed to do. Just like when I saw a jump where the motherfucker was recording. Stop recording me. No, because if you do something to me, I'm gonna have that shit. Fuck your body cam. That shit might not be on.
Right.
So you don't have to. There's certain things you don't have to do, but they ask you to do it because they think you just don't know or whatever.
Yeah, they told us not. I picked up my phone in the car with Joey, and they was like, "Put your phone down. You can't talk on the phone while you're getting pulled over." I was like, "My house right there." I was just calling my woman, letting her know I'm almost home. No, put your phone down. You can't talk on the phone.
I got pulled over. Because they say I did a roller stop. They asked my mother. Me and Wayne. Wayne was in the passenger seat. They asked my mother in the back seat.
Yep.
In the back seat for her ID. I was like, for what? She
not even driving.
She got no license. She had an ID, not her license. An ID. Let me see your license, man. For what? You don't need to. And then he go, I was gonna give you a warning, but now I'm gonna get my fucking ticket. I don't care because you asked for a ticket you don't need.
Yeah, it's a power trip, man. But you know,
like, come on, man.
Some of these cops are assholes.
And that's why I saw a joke on Twitter where this dude was going over this chief of police or whatever. Of course, he was us. And I said they always gonna be blue before they brown, and that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and I'm I think that everybody have a bad day. People could be having a bad day. Even police could be having a bad day. But the thing is, they have weapons, they have guns, and they have to put that aside. So with that being said, I think it should be monthly or quarterly. They do some kind of mental evaluation, self-evaluation, take some kind of class or something. It might be, something to see where they are in life. Like kind of like a wellness check to see where they are in life, to see where they're going, because they go through things as well. They go through the women cheating on them, being real. I done mess with a couple of cops, women, back in the day, and things happen. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, they go through things and they had a trip. Like not too long ago, a cop shot a dude because he found, took it out on him because he found out that it was messing with his girl. You feel what I'm saying? The guy was messing with his girl, So I just think they need to have some kind of mental evaluation every few months, or not even just a mental evaluation, but some kind of, wellness check. Let's make it polite. A wellness check, just to see where you are. because you can't give anybody a gun just because I'm trained to use a weapon. You know, I had a top secret clearance in the military. I was with the Rangers. I was that guy in the military. You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't even a marksman though. Say nah.
Yes. Oh, but I got proof. I got proof. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like just because you are qualified to have a gun, just because you did you passed police academy and stuff like that, because I will bring on police later on because I want to revisit this. And I know a couple friends that's cops. You feel what I'm saying? I want to bring them on. I don't think that you're always mentally here. You feel what I'm saying? And you can pass those classes and you can qualify without being mentally here. And I think they need to take more time at the guys seeing what their backgrounds are. Just like you looking in colleges, looking at the kids and seeing what they're doing on social media, seeing what their takes are in life on racism, the prejudice stuff going on and all that kind of stuff. Like what are they posting? You feel what I'm saying? And I know it's not that much. I mean, you can't do that with everybody. It's too many cops and it's crazy. You can't do all that, but you can do random checks. You can do things just to see, or if you hear something, or if you see something, because a lot of times these things happen, they be like, oh, prior 2 years ago, such and such did that when they get to digging.
Well, they go or that like check the dude that shot the girl in the kitchen, wasn't that Massey?
Yeah, he had a record. He had a history.
He had a history of insubordination and just going off his own antics. Like,
what about the guy that
why was he still able
Didn't he
to
have
be?
a history?
Huh?
Yeah.
And the guy that put his knee on the guy's throat, didn't he have a history?
Which probably
it happens.
I'm just saying though, that's what I'm saying. So, like you said, like I just feel like because that's we always talk about how people make mistakes and do this. There are a few jobs that one bad apple does ruin the whole bunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about a cop, they're there's an awful good number of cops, of good cops, awful good number of good cops.
Definitely.
I know a few. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with
me
one.
too.
We grew up with one. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a cop now, but
we cool with a bad one too. But anyway, go on.
We don't have to talk about that. But but the point is, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, that doesn't mean I want to get caught at a stop by any cop. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he's gonna be good or a bad one. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, you know, yes, I'm thinking about the motherfucker that shot the girl. I'm thinking about the motherfucker that had the nigga on his neck. I mean, knee on his neck. Like that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about the dude that's just gonna be like, hey, let me check your registration, blah blah blah, and here your ticket and go on about your business. I'm thinking about the other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
and we gotta. And the thing is, and I worry because you know I have an autistic son, and we had an incident, and where I just dismissed it, like last week, my lady came into the bedroom and she told me, she said, "This is why I'm upset. This is why, because when the police was out there, the white neighbor called the police on some young black boys, and because they were climbing the fence or whatever, and the police actually came. And when I got to the house, I walked around back and I saw him. I was taking the trash to the back, and I saw him talking to her. But anyway, they found out she called the police on the little boy. These boys, none of them was older than probably 11. You feel what I'm saying? And they were 7, 6. And so some of them. But my 12-year-old son is taller than me. My 12-year-old son, he's growing fast. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's autistic. So imagine if it was him out there. He wouldn't have known what to do. He jumping around. They tell him to chill out, and he jumping around, you know, and something could have happened to him. You feel what I'm saying? They want him to comply. You know what I mean? That's the word they throw out, comply. But he don't know nothing about complying. You know what I mean? So it put a lot of things in perspective, and she put a lot of things in perspective, like just talking to me, because like me, I just dismiss it, like, okay, calling on some badass little boys. I mean, shit, you feel what I'm saying? But what if it was him? Because he be with them. You feel what I'm saying? What if he was around the corner, they were down the street, you know? But my thing is, with the police and stuff, I think they just need to be more aware. I think I hold the people in the precinct more accountable. They know who they work with. I know who I work with every day. You know who you work with. Yeah, they have problems and stuff that they hide from you, but you know, like this person's kind of
You know whether that nigga a scumbag or not.
Yeah, exactly. So you know
asshole. Exactly.
if you need
Yeah, you know they
if you need to
did.
watch a person or not. You know what I mean? If anybody have anything else to say, or we gonna move on to the next.
Still nigga.
Nah, y'all said it. Y'all said it. Oh yeah.
Still nigga.
Oh, and my bad. Bryson is 13 now. He just turned 13. But anyway, of
you got
course,
corrected over there. Corrected
oh
over
my
there.
God. Boy, I tell you, man, I get to this shit.
I ain't got one, but I can tell you, I understand.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Moving on to the next. I'm gonna let Kevin take the floor on this. But we just found out that your boy, Kendrick Lamar, is performing at the Super Bowl. And it's on you, Kevin. I don't have a drop for you. You know what I mean?
No drop needed. I just want to get your thoughts on it. Like, so what are y'all feelings on K-Dot over Wayne for?
You want me to start? Can I?
Yeah, you can start.
Go ahead. Start. We all got opinions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen. I hate
Can
when
I go
people
next?
say it had a lot to do with Jay-Z because Jay-Z actually helped Wayne a little bit. They had beefs, but he's actually helped Wayne. He's helped Wayne get out of debt on some things. He actually have helped Wayne. Let's move that out the way. Jay-Z don't have the final say of who they pull into a city. Also, they did have a Super Bowl in New Orleans some years back, and Beyonce performed. Was it Beyonce? Wayne didn't perform. Now, maybe because all the hot boys went out of jail or whatever. When Prince performed at Super Bowl, it wasn't from his place. You know what I mean? I still feel
it was in Minnesota.
Oh,
but
okay, my bad.
It don't matter.
Well,
it don't matter. But go ahead.
It don't matter. Okay, take that from the T. You know what? You should have called me out later on that. But anyway, but listen, just because that's your town, your city, technically you don't have to perform. Technically you don't, but it's only right to let Wayne do this in New Orleans, or at least go to him first, or go to him and say, hey. Because Wayne made so many records. He done performed with so many different stars. Somebody said, Wayne ain't got no hits lately. Kendrick got a hit. It's not about that. It's about who all he performed with, what all he's done. You know what I mean?
How many hits he got?
Kendrick can sell out. Kendrick can sell out. But you're talking about a superstar versus a megastar. You understand what I'm saying? A superstar versus a megastar. And I feel as though if you're doing it in New Orleans, this is a generational thing because you don't have too many times where a person can perform in a city or whatever. This is Wayne. All the hot boys are out of jail, right? You got P stamping it. You should have had him performing. You talking Master? He could have been bidding for No Limit. Oh, nah, whatever. Wayne should have been doing it. You feel what I'm saying? You got Cam and Mace up there. Wayne should be doing it. You got everybody basically saying Wayne should be doing this. I have no problem with them doing Kendrick, but I have a problem if they didn't say, okay, if Wayne won number 2 or in the running. You feel what I'm saying? Because I can see Wayne performing, and then all the hot boys just got out of jail. Turk is my man. Turk was a Facebook friend. Turk is my man. All of them are out. All of them are out. All of them home now. Turk then came home. Juvie home. BG home. Wayne could do that. Hell, do a remix. No, he can't do a remix because he Drake's man. But I was like, do a remix with the Not Like Us. Fine. Kendrick should bow down and say, hey, look, Wayne, this is your city. Like, yo. Or talk to Wayne. Have that conversation. I don't know.
I don't know if he's gonna bow down, but
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead,
I don't see why he wouldn't. The music thing is a family, dog, and it's channels. You feel me?
Real quick, I love Wayne. I love Wayne. I love Wayne. I mean, some of the new shit is a little off the wall for me, but Wayne in the height of his career, Wayne, yeah, that's my nigga.
About
But by his own admission,
2010 Wayne.
Yeah, 2012, even when Beyonce did the jump in New Orleans, He was at the height of his career. They didn't ask him then, but neither here nor there. Okay, but by his own admission, he doesn't remember his lyrics. He doesn't remember most of his lyrics by his own admission because he's been on lean and all this shit. But this is what he said.
He was the number
Now,
one freestyle.
I don't want to see him like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see him like that. If he was Wayne, he can still do it. We might have a conversation. But by his own admission, if he can't, I don't want to see him up on stage fumbling and mumbling through his whole
Lip syncing.
I just can't. I don't want to. Right, lip
Newsflash,
syncing, whatever.
a million, most all artists.
Most all of them have to lip sync. I mean, some of them lip sync. They don't be all live.
I do this. Like most all of them lip sync.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I don't want.
But
I don't want that. I don't.
That
want
was
him.
you was taking it for instance, though. Like he said that, but you taking it for instance. But like Wayne sells out everything he touches.
Yeah, I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to have it. I don't want to have that in my head. I like Wayne so much. I don't want to have
nobody walk away from Wayne's show and say it was a bad show. You might take a song or you'll take what he said, but nobody walks away from Wayne's show and say I had a bad show. If Wayne do his hits, even if he bring the Hot Boys out, if he bring out, he got songs with Tip, he has songs with Dre, Nicki, you name them all. He can pull out anybody.
Well, if let's say this, if it was the case, if the case was that it's in his town, and why didn't they ask him or whatever? Well, why didn't they ask him when Beyonce did it? Why when he actually had in the middle of his hits? Like what are we right here? How many times did Beyonce? I mean, no.
Or was he going through some
I mean, he's always going through something. So
yeah,
I mean,
not always. No, see, now, don't do that.
Wayne is always going through something, dog. He been going through something for the last decade, dog. Ever since he been on that league, he been going through something. Did Beyonce do the Texas jump?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what? Well, do we have to?
Because she did New Orleans.
Do we have to? Well, I mean, Beyonce could have done it a couple times. Like, I wouldn't have minded. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, why do we have to? Just because they're in a town, we have to give these people.
You don't have to, but it is a nice homage. Like it is a nice homage.
Homage.
You know what I'm saying? You see how it was in the one with the West Coast joint. I mean,
did they ask Beyonce when it was in Texas? Did they ask Beyonce when it was in Texas?
Who performed? What was the Super Bowl with Dre when Dre them performed?
That was
SoFi. Yeah, SoFi and the West Coast. Inglewood.
Okay. And who all he brought out?
All LA except for 50.
LA, yeah, all the folks.
And people talked about
it. So Sean, what do you think?
Out Kendrick.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do I think? Of course, for the nostalgia, and he's for the nostalgia, for the homage, and for them to I guess quote unquote honor Wayne. It would be nice, but
honor
right now,
homage.
Welcome to the stage.
Right now is the hotness right now is
is that a Hawaiian shirt?
So and be relatable.
No, why you look like a
wait a minute, let him get his shit off.
And
wait a minute.
Relatable in today's time. He got the shot. He's hot right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
Hey,
so that's that. What's up, Bo?
Make way for Genuine.
Yo.
Superstar in the house. On vacation.
So yeah, Kev. My point is, because K-Dot is more relatable than Wayne, right? That's why.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Yo.
How drunk are you?
Exactly.
Okay, that's good enough.
All right. So, go ahead.
My point was just the fact that K-Dot is more relatable right now than Wayne.
All right, what's yours?
But that he is more relatable, right? but as far as the amount of hits,
after you do 2 songs, what you got?
What you mean?
Exactly.
You don't think
No. Kendrick has a lot of hits. He has a lot of hits, but mainstream he doesn't have as many mainstream hits as Lil Wayne. I mean, Lil Wayne obviously has way more mainstream hits, way more artists he collabed with.
I'm a Kendrick fan.
Me too.
I mean, if you give, no, go ahead. I'll let y'all finish. Go ahead, do this. But if you give Kendrick, you got Kendrick hits, not like us. Yeah, he did it in California. He did it a lot of times, performed it over and over and over again. It's a reason he did it over and over again. And they requested it was hot. But that's guess what? But guess what? We're talking about something. Is that still gonna be hot?
He still got other songs that's hot.
7 months, talking about? April. But Kendrick shit compared to Wayne shit, dog. It's this, dog. Come on, dog.
Nice.
I'm gonna do a list and we gonna go song for song.
You can't do song for song. You can't do that. You can't do that with Wayne.
We'll do it next time. But one thing I say is way more. Obviously, Lil Wayne has way more hits. I mean, but
way
hopefully,
more hits. I mean, you talking about 30 years of hits.
Kendrick. I would say this. Hopefully, Kendrick will incorporate some of the down south artists into the performance. I'm not sure how he'll do it. Well, maybe he'll get Lil Wayne or some of the down south artists into his performance and maybe mix it up a little bit. We'll see.
Wayne is with Drake, dog. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna happen. So
it's not gonna work. It's
my thoughts. So
the fact that you got this man is.
Hold on, man. Let the man talk, man.
I said, wait a minute. I'm the host. I said, okay.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah.
Well, so when I first brought the topic up, right, I was conflicted, and then you sit down and think about it. Like, we all love Wayne, but have y'all actually watched a Kendrick performance? Like, whether it be the Grammys or the American Music Awards?
Oh yeah,
they're always fire, yo. Like, regardless of his hits, they're always fire. Like, the man can perform, and if I understand people talking about, it's Wayne's hometown and you got to pay homage or however you want to say it to him, right? But Jay-Z was hired to revamp the entertainment for Super Bowl. Like, before, it used to be kind of a career achievement thing. Like Rolling Stones would be there, and even Prince when he was in Minnesota. Like, it was a career achievement type thing. Like you had hits for a long time and you graduated to do a Super Bowl. Jay-Z was hired to change that, to bring it a little bit younger, a little bit fresher, a little bit hipper, a little bit more current. You know what I'm saying? And people forget it. Like, Kendrick is an amazing artist and he performs. Like, if you run down his accolades, I mean, I'll go with his oldest one. Like, Good Kid, Mad City is the longest charting radio rap studio album of all time. Like, don't sit here and say like Kendrick don't have hits and can put on a show. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody said
that. I understand you want to give Wayne because for the career achievement, stuff like that. But Kendrick is the better choice because it's about putting on a show, and Kendrick will put on a much better show. And the last point I want to make is that in 2020, Wayne supported Trump, so fuck him. Done.
Okay, well, so before we get into this,
you're right about that. He's still born this year too.
I still don't feel that Kendrick will put on a better show, because if Wayne go hit for hit, or Wayne pull out the people that he's actually performed with, the stars that he performed with,
the show, man.
And wait a minute, and even if I don't, because I live down there, I lived it, I know what Wayne is to the South. If Wayne comes to New Orleans and Wayne performs, and Wayne even bring the Hot Boys off of one, the block is hot, and bring Juvie out, like, if he bring them, let me finish. If he bring any of them out, and Master P stamped it. You had Cameron, and then you have to think about this one thing. I was watching something where an artist came here and performed, and they was like, you can't come to the DMV and not have go-go, or you can't. These artists, why do they think they can come to the DMV and be performing and not put this go-go behind them? They can't do it. That's why Scarface he get it with Backyard Band. It's art to this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so imagine the Super Bowl in New York, and you bring Kendrick to New York. You let Kendrick in New York. You don't think it would be backlash? Imagine if you had Wayne performing in Atlanta. I mean, not Wayne. If you had Kendrick in Atlanta, it would be an issue. If Wayne was in New York, it would be an issue. Maybe not why it would be an issue. It's gatekeepers out here, and it would be an issue, dog.
Let me tell you why. Because you are treating the Super Bowl like it's a concert. It's not a concert. How many New Orleans niggas going to be at the Super Bowl? 0. Like, stop it. It's a corporate event. It's not about the locale. It's not a concert, my dude. It's a Super Bowl. It's way different.
They're not trying to mean nothing just to the South.
On a corporate event,
exactly.
They're not just trying to appeal
in a corporate event.
If that's gonna be like 10% New Orleans dudes at the Super Bowl, man. Like, stop.
Listen,
it's not
at a corporate event. I'm telling you right now, Wayne is bigger. You talking about a song that's a hot song.
It's about
you talking about a hot song, not like us. And this is September.
Like,
this is in January.
Okay, February. Right now he has the highest grossing solo rap tour of all time. Like, stop it. The man fills seats.
Listen. Beyonce feels seats. A lot of people feel seats, and but I'm telling you already. You have Wayne and you have Kendrick. Me, myself,
17 Grammys.
At the end of the day,
17 Grammys, man. Like, come on. And was the first album by a male artist to have all his tracks sell 1 million units. Stop it. This man sells shit.
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing it as who's a better artist, but I am saying in New Orleans, you had a better choice in New Orleans as far as an artist to pick. Being real. Being honest, straight up, and it's my take.
But is he better for New Orleans or better for the country?
Well, it's better for the. I think it's better for the country.
That's the question.
I think they're going off of not like us, dog. Like they going off of that for real.
I think they probably got going for more than that.
Okay. So no, wait a minute. So he don't listen. He don't listen what I'm saying. He don't have a beef with Drake at all, right? He don't have no beef with Drake. He don't drop not like us, and they say Kendrick is dropping in New Orleans at the Super Bowl. Or should we do Wayne? What do you have? They'd be like,
okay, you cannot remove the impact of not like us. You can't do that.
I'm just saying, if they say if not like us wasn't being never came about, and you saying he's done so many this and so many that, Wayne would still be the obvious pick. In New Orleans,
no. If you watch the shows, if you watch any performance in the past 6-7 years, anytime Kendrick's on a show performing, his performance is fire. It's better than Wayne's. Not even close.
Can I be honest? I hear you about
the lie.
It's nice. I won't do that. then Wayne is the obvious choice. No, listen. To be honest with you, if Kendrick didn't have Not Like Us, and they wanted to go another route. I still don't think it'll be Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I still don't think it'll be Lil Wayne. I think they would pick somebody else. I think we're saying, okay, so yeah, he's big for the South. He is. He's big for New Orleans. If you put Wayne there, he's big for New Orleans. That's awesome. They not thinking about they can give a fuck about just New Orleans. They talking about the whole.
This is a worldwide. It's a global game. The whole world. And that's true.
The whole joke by
I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's like 6 songs. It's like 6 songs. But I'm gonna say one thing. I know this is gonna piss Beezel off, but not piss him off. But like I know Not Like Us is his focus, right? But yo, I was in Palenque in fucking Cartagena, Colombia. Palenque is like the original black people of Colombia. They got pushed off, whatever. It's like 2 hours outside of Cartagena, like the original black slaves that came to Colombia, fought off the slave masters and settled in Palenque, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I'm in a little shop, a little art shop in Palenque that's maybe the length of the block I live on, right? Old house or whatever. Do you know what song was being played in the shop I was in? Like 3 times straight because they like that much. Boom. I like that. So go ahead.
What was played? Not Like Us?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was played 16 times at his concert.
Yeah, because he's petty as hell. That's why.
I mean,
he's petty.
We brought out somebody different every time.
Right, he's petty. I aspire to be as petty as K-Dot is.
He did like this.
I know. I know that's your motivation.
Super petty.
I wish to be that.
When he had Russell Wilson doing that joint. Yeah. Hey, this not for nothing about the notoriety and everything. Look at man, better choice is K-Dot. Come on, man.
All right, better choice.
It doesn't take away from Wayne or his career or his impact to hip
or
hop,
his city,
I agree. Yeah.
or his city, or anything.
or
Okay.
Hey, I want to say this one thing. I will be down there for the game.
Are you going to the game?
Get my tickets.
Okay.
I'm probably going to the game. I'm being in the city. I'm going to the game.
25
Exactly.
million
Be outside.
units sold.
No,
Yeah, I'm
That's
going to the
it.
game. I'm going to the
You-
city. I'm
that's
going to
it.
stay for the weekend.
if you go to the game, then it's already.
I don't want to
standard.
go to the game. I just want to be in the city. I'm gonna be in the
25
Oh,
million
yeah.
albums sold.
The rap.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what
He's
K-Dot
17. He's 17. But Wayne solo 25 million albums sold.
Good job.
25 million.
Longer career too. Longer career.
Longer career, but half of it was with the Hot Boys.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also,
half of it was the Hot Boys.
again, not like us. It's probably up for Song of the Year, the Grammys. Like
It will be. It will be.
Oh yeah,
It will be. And it's
Oh,
going.
of course.
It's going.
Of
It's going. It's
It's
not gonna win.
probably gonna win it.
And
not gonna
as a
win.
matter of fact, the
Unless
VMAs
it's
is coming up, right? And it's going to be the video of the whatever. It's. I mean, it's the good vibe. It's the wave right now, so I get that part. But
The
at the end of
VMAs
the
are
day,
on right now. Mhm.
yeah,
Oh, really?
it's probably going to get the.
Kev, you getting props from Uncle Wayne on IG Live, and you getting some props, man.
What's up, man?
for your analysis.
Yeah, Wayne. Shout out to Wayne.
Indeed.
Shout out.
All right, we're gonna move on. Moving on. I want to stay with the NFL. I said the NBA. I want to stay with the NFL.
Yeah,
But-
I agree.
But I do. We're gonna put a nail in this because we got to get to a couple more things. We're gonna give a preview of week 2. We're gonna get the picks for week 2. Darius, you can go ahead and get that right now.
D's dynamic picks of the week.
Hey D, can you
All
give the
right,
records from last week? Because I don't think I did.
Yes.
last week.
Yes. No, you didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
didn't think so.
No, you struggled, Kev. So
Deshaun Watson.
yeah. So Kev, you went 1-4 in your picks
Ugh.
last week, buddy. So that was
That's
nasty.
That's pretty nasty, though.
Myself, I went
Yeah.
3-1. Bezel went 3-1. Sean went 3-1, and Joey went 3-1, and O went 4-0. O went 4-0. O had a good week.
Mother.
How you go 4-0?
Oh, because he picked his team.
He picked KC. He picked Eagles. He picked Cowboys, and he picked the Bucks. And then he went with the
Oh,
with the
that's the
favorites.
one I got wrong, right?
My one win was the Bucks.
Yeah. Your one win was yes, the
Gotta be the
Bucks.
Bucks. Yeah, gotta be the
yeah.
Oh, as a matter of fact, me and O was the only one that
Exactly.
said that Dallas was gonna blow out Cleveland.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured they would.
Hey, but hey, there's another week. There's week 2. So
There
hey,
is.
you can get it back this week.
You just keep track of the whole jump.
I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna put in the spreadsheet. I'm gonna transfer my paper to the spreadsheet. We'll have a whole
Yeah.
preseason.
Oh,
That's how it
ain't
goes.
going 4-0 again. And
Yeah.
well, he out this week.
Nah, he's
so
not. He out this
can't-
week. He 0-4 this week because he's not here.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
There you go.
That's my.
All right, so this week we're gonna start with a Thursday night game. We got the good
Teach your man
Buffalo Bills coming off a hero game. Your boy Josh Allen and Dolphins look kind of rusty in the beginning of that game. Their O-line is a little suspect. Tariq, obviously, we know what happened to him. He had a big game off a huge 80-yard bomb.
One catch. Yeah, one catch.
Yeah, one catch that just took him over the top. But yeah,
Yep.
but that's all he need. That's all he need. Waddle still had over 100 yards too.
I was
Waddle
about
had a
to
good
say
game, too.
Water was on the other side killing.
Yeah,
too.
Waddle killed him
It's a
too.
It's
Yeah.
game of inches, and they was that he tiptoed that thing and kept
But
on rolling.
the one thing about the Dolphins though, they couldn't run the ball like last year. They
Kept
what's the
getting
name
stopped.
struggled. They struggled, and he got hurt. And then both running backs got hurt, and then they struggled to run the ball. So we'll see what they're going to do.
They
Against
got
the
running
Bills.
backs galore though. They'll be all right.
They do. They're deep. They got that rookie. They got Wright, and they got Jeff Wilson's old man Jeff out that joint. But hey, let's go into this picks.
And Jeff.
He can still run though.
Bills versus Dolphins. Come on, start with you, Kev. What
Where
you
they-
got, man?
Where they at?
In Miami. In Miami.
Okay.
Fuck it, Miami.
You went 1-3 last week. You better get that
I
right.
know.
Miami. I know.
You
Miami.
gonna fall behind quickly.
Oh man, already. Okay. Why Miami?
Okay, honestly, why Miami? Because like my Cleveland pick last week, I just think they have bigger aspirations for the year. Like Buffalo, Buffalo's all Josh Allen. He played hero ball last week. I just it's weird. It's weird to say that they're due for a loss in week 2, but Miami has to win this game because they got to set the tone for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like Miami wins. Yeah, Miami wins games in September, October. But when it starts getting cold, they start losing. So they got to win this game now because they're gonna lose to them later. So there you go.
I got you.
Miami.
I got you. That makes sense. What about you, Jo?
The U. Oh, this ain't Miami University. My bad. I'm going with the Fish. I think I'm along the lines of Kevin when he say they gotta win this game. I think they're gonna lose some in Buffalo, but I also think that Josh Allen is still getting used to his receivers, and they're not really making an impact. That's why he had to play hero ball last week. And I think Miami, because they score so much, because they gonna get that together. Because again, Waddle went over 100, Tyreek went over 100. Like running back for what? You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't, it didn't. They came back down from whatever. What are they down? 14, something like that. Like I don't think they're gonna get down that quick to them. And you can say what you want to, but the run can't keep up with the pass. So
in September.
In September.
Then while it's
right,
hot.
Yeah,
while
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hot.
Well, shit. Last year, what is it? In the cold, Buffalo beat the shit out of the Cowboys. Oh, well, they was running too, but they passed the ball a little bit too. They passed the ball a little bit too. But yeah, I got the Fishmen in Miami.
Right.
In Miami.
Stay on top. What about you, Bezel?
Near the beach.
I got Miami. I like Buffalo, but I got Miami. I got Miami.
Everybody going Miami. What you got, Sean?
MIA.
Crooked letter.
Oh, well, I was not looking for that.
And for the same reasons that y'all have already stated, the fact that for one they win in September, 2 they're at home, and yeah, Josh Allen he can't flip in this end zone this week. I'm not scared that shit.
All right.
They're gonna tear.
I'm going with the Bills. I'm going to be the
you just
want
to
out.
do that just to be oppositional, huh? That's ADHD shit.
Well, really, the better team right now. I mean, as far as both of them started off slow last week.
Yeah.
The defense wise, Buffalo gave up some plays, but defense wise, I think they're a little bit better defense, and I think they're a better team right now.
They're a better defense
right now.
Both
Dolphins have always struggled against the Bills. I mean, they struggle against the Bills every year. So it's their kryptonite. They could beat everyone else, but when it comes to beating winning teams and in the division, they struggle. They'll beat anybody else who's lower level. When it comes to beating the top level teams, the Dolphins never always fall short.
I picked Miami to win that division, so they better do something.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna do it. So I'm the only one. I'm the lone shark on this one. All right, let's go on to the next big game. Let's go on to the Bucks and the Lions. Bucks, we know they dominated Commanders. Offense did well. It's I think it's in Detroit. Yep. Yep, in Detroit. And then we got Lions overtime victory against the LA Rams. Good game. I mean, Amon-Ra struggled. First game, he didn't do much at all. He really but they had some big plays from Jameson. That the run game when overtime. Montgomery had a big game. Jahmyr Gibbs did his thing. So I think it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, a rematch from the playoffs last year. So start with you, Sean. What you got, man?
I want to pick Detroit, but I don't know, man. Y'all really said some convincing points earlier to me regarding Tampa Bay, so I'm gonna pick them this week.
Okay.
All right, Sean got Tampa Bay. What about you, Jo? What you got?
I knew he was gonna come to me next. I want to hear arguments right now. Listen, I want to go with the. I want to go with the fact that I think the Bucks have a good team. I want to go with the fact that I think Detroit may struggle a little bit because they still got to find a way to get all them people to football. Like Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, Montgomery, Gibbs. They got a lot of people, but they got to get them
That's
the
a
ball.
good thing.
Too.
That's a good thing. We got options.
Is it though? Is it though? Because you don't establish yourself. You don't establish a person to get the ball when they need to get the ball. So I feel like when you it's like when you have two quarterbacks, you really have no quarterback. You got a lot of weapons. Do you really have a lot of weapons? You do have a lot of weapons. Let's scratch that.
I want to say your definition of a lot of weapons.
You got a lot of weapons. But are they as what am I trying to say? Are they as God, what is the word? Fuck it, don't worry about it. But are they as
versatile? You just saying? Can you?
Yeah, is it as much of a problem as like saying like you have a couple weapons, but one of them you're going to in the clutch? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if
that
if it's
clutch
too many people to get to the ball. Like you don't know who you're gonna get to the ball. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I think they're still trying to figure out their identity too. I mean, they run the ball, but I think they're trying to fit in the passing game, trying to figure out who they want to feature. So I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
The Bucks. Tampa
The
Bay.
Pirates.
Okay. All right. What about
You
what
really
about
want
you, Kev?
Detroit, though. He really want to say Detroit.
I know. He gonna change his mind after the call. You're like, man, change my pick.
So
I might have talked myself into it, but no, I think I'm gonna stick with the Bucks. I want to believe they're a good team. That's what I want to believe. And if they beat Detroit, then I feel better about the loss last week.
Okay. Well, I like Detroit's stockpile of weapons. I like the fact that despite the fact that those weapons weren't firing in all cylinders last week, they still had the ability to change identities and run the ball down the Rams' throat. So that to me is a great freaking sign that they didn't have to use all of the flashy weapons they have on the outside, and they played smash mouth football. So that means they could play smash mouth and they could play air raid. That's a very good trait to have. And the fact that they did that in week 1, when, as we discussed, it's preseason game 3, it's not, it's not right crisp and stuff like that. And they still had the wherewithal and the ability to adapt. And when push came to shove, they pushed and shoved. That's what football is. Detroit's gonna win this game.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a good take. What about you, Bezel?
Detroit. Like, no,
he changed his mind. No, it's on paper.
I'm going with Detroit because they playing at home. And yeah, Baker's like 5-4. I think it was last year. I forgot how many. I can't remember exactly how many games he won on the road last year. I'm trying to remember. But I just think Detroit has more weapons. I think Detroit has home cooking. And I think that Tampa Bay is decent, but they were only playing the Commanders last week. I think that Detroit is a more formidable team, a few plays away from actually taking it to the next level last year.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a few heartbeats.
A field goal away. It was real close. All right.
Yeah. And that's the only reason. I'm not taking nothing away. And I'm not trying to slight the Commanders because I do love the Commanders. I'm just saying that
no, you don't.
Tampa Bay didn't beat a team that's ready. You know what I mean? And so people getting hyped like they just look that good, but it really was probably an indication that the Commanders just are not really that good right now. So I think when they go up against a buzzsaw like Detroit is going to snap them. That's it.
All right. I got also Detroit. The line right now, but I got Detroit, but I got Bucks covering though. The line is 7.5 point spread, which is huge.
It's a lot.
Huge. Well, you gotta hammer that. You gotta hammer that line. Definitely, I think Bucks can cover 7.5. It's gonna be a closer game than that. So
I like that.
But I got Detroit win the game, but I'm definitely gonna hammer that line to for them to
I
cover.
like that.
But like you said, they're a complete team. I mean, it's early, but I definitely see Lions dominating and winning at least by 4. At least by 4. I don't know, maybe not dominating, but it's gonna be a good game.
Hey D, Joey said change his pick.
Joey changed the pick already.
So how many?
It's already written down, man.
So how many games are we in so far that we done made picks for?
3.
We did 2. We did 2 just now.
We did 2.
We did 2. Kevin, what are you counting?
I don't know yet.
Wayne got Baker's cooking. He got Tampa. He got Bucks. So all right. So you changed your pick, Joey?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he said.
All right. Next game, you got the Rams with your boy Puka already hurt. Puka and the tight end is hurt. And also was it tight end? Yeah, I think tight end hurt too.
Yeah.
Tight end.
And then also
tight end's okay.
They knew coming.
Rams don't use tight ends. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
They just use Cup how Commanders should use McLaurin. They need to move him around.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Well, Hyman
You ain't lying about that.
We got Rams coming off a tough loss to the Lions, and then you got Cardinals coming off a tough loss to the Bills, who started off hot, but then couldn't finish them off. Kyler had a decent game, but not great stats. But we'll see how he does in this game. Let's start with you, Bezel. Who you got this game, man? Rams and the Cardinals, the West Coast.
Where they playing at?
They playing in Arizona, I believe.
I think the Rams. I think the Rams, because the Rams coulda, shoulda, woulda beat Detroit. I think I got the Rams on this. I like Arizona. I love Arizona. I do. But I think the Rams, I just think I love the way they use your boy Cup. They move him around. I like the tight end.
Yeah.
I like that young defense. I love the coach. You know what I mean? I wish he was still here somehow.
Couldn't have.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't.
Nah.
But I mean, in a perfect world, in my paradise, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just like the Rams. I think the Rams will get them this week. Keep it clean.
All right, what about you, Sean?
I'm not a big Kyler Murray fan, so I'm going with the Rams.
Okay.
I just don't believe in Kyler. I mean, not just to take away from his talent or what he's done in the league, in spite of the injuries. I just don't think he just got the oomph to keep it going for Arizona. So I'm going with the Rams. Plus, I want to see the Rams defense this week because the defensive coordinator is LaFleur's brother, right? I mean, from Green Bay, his brothers, right? I think so. I want to see what he's right, because that fourth quarter on that night game was pretty good, man. The Rams almost got there though, man. Rams almost got there. So yeah, I'm going with them.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Kev?
I am a big Kyler Murray person. Like the kid can play, and he's accurate as hell. He gets the ball there, but his biggest attribute was his feet.
Why his helmet looks so big on him?
Because he's our size. He's 5'8".
Exactly.
He's like a little dude out there.
You said he's 5'8"?
It's like he look like he has
he wear lacrosse. And he got on lacrosse shoulder pads too. That's like
he is 5'8". He ain't no 5'10". That's bullshit. He is 5'8". He is Kevin Hanley.
On a good
That's crazy. He's 5'8".
Yeah, but he excels because he played baseball and can sling the ball from different angles. Anyway, we're not here to discuss Kyler Murray's talent. He has talent. Yeah, he sling balls. I said it. So the problem is that his quick feet is what got him in position to throw those different angles, right? And I had a feeling when he hurt his ACL, the way how bad he hurt it, he's not fully back to being able to get to the spot to get those angles off. He had been 5'8". It's hard. You know, you can't just be a drop back pass. You gotta be able to move your feet. And I don't think he's there yet. And it's further evident because in the first half he was killing. In the second half he had 31 yards passing. That's it. in the second half of the game.
Yeah, he
That's a
struggled.
bad sign.
Yeah,
It's a bad sign. So
yeah.
31. That's all he had in the second half.
yes. So
Mm.
Rams.
Okay.
Lifeblood.
Jo. Lifeblood.
Well, I thought Kyler Murray played pretty well last week in the beginning. Like Kev said, looked like he wore down in the second half. Maybe it's the ACL thing, whatever. He missed the wide open Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know if y'all saw that play, but the Bama was waving, and he's 6'5". It's hard to miss him, but he missed him, which could have been a game-tying touchdown or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that contributes to. Maybe it's tired, maybe whatever. I don't know. Lack of playing with him, whatever. But I gotta go with the Rams. They just look better the whole game. I think they got a better defense. Shit, I think they got a better offense right now too. But it's like Kev said, like they kind of one of those teams, those two-way teams too. Like if the passing not work, they can run it down your throat. They can run the ball. So they got good schemes. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Though, who's their running back though? Because Kyron can't. 190-pound Kyron ain't running down nobody's throat. But
him and Blake the same jump.
Blake Corn. Well, Blake didn't play.
They got zero carries last week. They
played Ronnie Rivers as the backup. He's smaller than he's small too. He's a small back
fact,
too.
Blake's bigger than Kyron. Like that's crazy, right?
Blake is eventually going to get some. Kyron's going to get hurt. I mean, Kyron's a small dude. He's going to get hurt. So Blake's going to get. By the time the midseason comes, Blake's going to get a chance to play.
Yeah, but Kyron runs the ball well, and I think
he does. He does. He's undersized though.
You don't have to run it. You don't have to run between the tackles to get chunk yards and run it down.
Yeah, because he was moving on the outside.
So if you get him on the edge and get him some off tackle stuff, and you know what I'm saying, I think they can do that really well. Plus they scheme up a run game really good. McVay does a wonderful job with that. So I think, like I said, I think they can run the ball with the best of them. I think they can pass the ball pretty well. Now Puka's hurt, so maybe they will try out Blake and Rivers and all of them and say, hey, we're going to keep this ball control. And like I said, Kyler Murray looked a little bit going down in the second half last week. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
All right. I got the Rams too. But I do think the young rookie is going to have a better game. Marvin Harrison, he's not going to struggle as much. They're going to scheme him to get more passes and get open.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it was a problem with him because I think he was.
Well, he had a drop, and he had a drop, a bad drop early in the game, and then he's never got his rhythm, and then he didn't have as many targets either. So,
they should just trade him to the Commanders, man. Like trade him.
Hey, we'll take him. We'll take him.
he's a bust out there right now. So
he's a bust now.
We'll give him a second and a third, something like that. I don't know.
Worth it.
All right, let's talk about the Commanders, man. Commanders is in Washington. You got the lowly Giants who struggled last week, didn't do much. Daniel Jones 2 interceptions, he barely 100 and some yards. Looking horrible. Their defense looked pretty bad. They gave up. They made Sam Darnold look like he was a Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Man, they made him a genius.
Shut your mouth. He's a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, like he is.
Yeah. So, can Commanders dominate this game and not like Danny? Because Danny Dimes does get his man. He usually has good games against Commanders and the Redskins. So hopefully, Commanders will play a complete game and not give up big plays. What happened to BZ?
Damn.
Yeah,
well, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead. You ready to talk?
We start off first and foremost. I'm just gonna say this. Past 2 seasons we've lost to the Giants. We cannot lose this game. I don't give a damn about specifics, schematics, or nothing. We have to win this goddamn game.
Hey,
you're right about that.
Last year, man. We went 1-1 with them last year. 1-0-1. I mean, no.
Yeah, we did get that fake ass tie. Man, get out of here.
Oh, that was
1-1.
Nah, man, I don't count,
man. But we need to win this game. So I'm
they need to dominate this game.
Forward to what Joey, what you said earlier, man. Moving Terry around, man. Put him in motion. Move him around. And
Actually, I said that.
That second half, B. Robinson, he need to play like that all game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
B. Rob played all right. They got to run the ball. Yeah. Okay.
I really liked him second half, man, because it seemed like he went back there and took that fifth of Henny and just said, "Fuck it, let's go."
Wow. Anything's possible.
He ain't Marshawn Lynch.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jo. Who you got?
Well, let's be real. This is a bad matchup.
Both teams, yeah.
I mean, it's just two bad teams playing. That's what I mean. But it's a bad matchup for us because the Giants has had their way the last 2-3 years with us.
Mm-hmm.
Has Ron beaten them since he was in? He didn't beat him once.
He beat him maybe once or twice. He has a losing record against him though.
B, you gonna look that up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe. Listen. Earlier I said I'm not really that worried about wins. I want to see progression. Well, natural progression this week is a win. It's a win. Only because this is the worst. Like, the Giants look worse than Carolina to me last week. And I know Carolina's still trying to figure out because they're trying to figure out weapons and all that stuff. And Bryce is in his second year. But dog, I was listening to something the other day. Right, Danny Dimes got paid. We know he got paid. Do you know when he got paid? After that season he had, everybody was like, he looked great. Do you know that man would pass for 3,100 yards or 3,200 yards? That's it. 15 touchdowns. 15. That's it. Against 5 interceptions, which is, cool. But people have gotten fired for more, for a better season.
For more.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who? Russell Wilson, 26-8. Even, I hate to say this, Carson Wentz, this last year in Indianapolis, what was he, 25-9 or some shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
This dude threw 15 and got 5 against 5 interceptions and got paid. That was a good season for him. I can't do it.
Daniel Jones is 5-1-1 against the Commanders.
Yeah, see,
yep.
We have to, mighty nose. We have to win this game.
Okay.
I ain't saying it's a must win, but it's a must win. Like, I don't want to sit here. Like,
you can't lose this game.
Can't lose it. They look bad.
You can't lose this game. This game you got to win.
They looked horrible last week. Like, they looked bad. And as bad as our defense looked against Tampa Bay, like, it still looked better than the Giants.
Than the Giants, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We got it. I can't emphasize this enough. Mighty knows we gotta win.
Would you put money on it? Would you put money on it for the Commanders to beat them?
Fuck no. What you think I am? But we gotta win this joke. I have not put because
I won't put no money on him either.
Like that man say over there, next to that man right there, he say it's something about them Giants. I don't know.
Exactly. All right, Bizel, what's your take, man?
I got the Commanders beating them at home. They're gonna give them some home cooking. They're gonna beat the Giants. It's just what it is. The Giants are that horrible. I don't know. Neighbors is their best receiver, and he's a rookie. I like Slayton. I really want Hyatt to be that guy, but he won't be that guy. Saquon is gone. I just think the Commanders have more weapons. I think that when they come down here this time, even though it'll be just as many Giants fans in the stadium, I think that the Giants will lose. Bam.
Well, they did say that. My bad. They did say that there was a lot of Commanders fans down in Miami, though.
Yeah, I heard that.
There was a bunch of them down there. So I mean, this
Tampa Bay.
In Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they said this new regime though is bringing in the people. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see
what you got, Kev? Come on, man. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Do not.
Oh, but you got me down for Commanders, right? Right there.
Yeah, I got everybody. Yeah, everybody for Commanders so far. Kev, come on now. What you gonna do?
Look, man, a team can look horrible 1 week, and then play the right team the next week, and
the
whole different team. You right about that?
Turn me off.
We up.
Turn me off.
They still
Turn me
got.
off. Turn me off.
Take him off the list.
I'm about to quit the
Take him
show.
off the list.
I'm about to quit the show.
Take me off the list.
Take me off the list.
Look, man. Look. Y'all know Skins my squad, but they find a way to lose these games. They lose these games, man. Like the Giants are gonna win this game, yo.
Oh shit! No, he didn't put that in the atmosphere. Oh
Take me off the list.
I rebuke
God
that
damn
in
it,
the
Kev.
night. Forget that.
The Giants
Come
gonna win
on,
this game.
Oh,
Not because not because they're gonna play better, play bad. It's gonna Jaden Daniels gonna progress, but there's something about when the Giants play down here that the Skins never look good. Like it's like when they play on the Redskins Stadium grass, they just look slower and lethargic when they play in the Giants. I can't explain it. So Giants gonna win this game.
But they don't have Saquon no more.
All right,
no,
they don't have Saquon. Exactly. They got Devin Singletary. Exactly. Who I'm starting this week. So,
well, good story.
Hey, so I will say that I've lost my train of thought. Dang, I had it in my mind. But I got Cowboys winning this game. I mean, I got Commanders winning this game, man. Commanders gonna win this game. I just hope that kicker, because they fired the last kicker. The kicker they bring in won't miss no goddamn field goals and lose by a goddamn field goal of some bull crap. You know what I'm saying? They kicking. Ever since they fired the kicker who had the sexual assault, they ain't had nobody since then. At least for this season.
Let me say something right quick.
As long as don't come down no field goal, Commanders should take. They should take care of business.
Before we get to that next pick, real quick, let me ask something.
I thought that was the last pick.
That's the last one. Yeah.
Oh, that was the last one. That was the last one.
Yeah, we putting the nail on
4 games.
Okay. Do y'all think real quick? Do y'all think the game would have been different, a little bit different last week if the kicker had made that first field goal and St. Juice had got that interception, that pick?
Yeah, it would have been.
And maybe
it would have been a little different.
Because then we'd have scored again.
It would have been 3-6. Oh yeah, they could have.
I mean, I'm just saying because he could have took that to the house. He dropped the joint. He could have took that to the house, and we might have.
Maybe.
It
would have been a little closer. I mean, it would have been a lot closer. For sure.
I think momentum is a real thing, dog. And you catch it there.
Of course.
That's a real thing.
That's sports.
Yeah, he should have.
We never had it.
Okay, so listen, I think so. I think it would have been a little different.
Yeah,
a little different.
Hold on. Actually, take my pick. They're playing at home. It's a home opener, right?
It's a home opener.
Yeah.
Oh no, Commanders. Change it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So listen, we putting the nail on that. We gonna
we running
the next.
We running late. Yep.
We got about 15 more minutes. Okay. So Lil Wayne went diamond.
Throw that in there.
And he just broke his Illinois State Fair record and broke the record in 2024 with selling
Illinois
out.
State Fair.
But anyway, but also, wait a minute. Also, he went diamond. And Kendrick hasn't done that alone. He had to be on the record. But anyway,
let's hit the campaign trail.
So this week we had the debate. It was last night. I don't know if y'all paid attention to it, but it was kind of interesting. They touched on a lot of topics. They touched on the border topics, and I think that Trump did his thing on the border situation, but everything else he had an epic fail. We have a little video of this, and I just wanted y'all to tell me how y'all felt about this situation. I'm gonna bring it in real quick. We're gonna add it to the stage.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again. She's destroying this country. And if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
Okay, so we're going to remove that, and then we're going to go to this part right here.
Field, They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring a little light on the situation. I'm gonna do it one more time for y'all. So y'all get a little light on the situation. We're gonna do it. We're gonna, make it light.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna remove that. Now, actually, I don't know if y'all saw the video of the people that called 911 and had the people, because the woman was outside eating the cat. She really was eating the cat. And I'll play the video at the end because I thought I uploaded and I didn't. But she was
no need.
The black woman was eating the cat, but you don't see the cat,
Need.
But anyway, it was a real joint. It was. The police did come up. The police came up and they were like, and that's what Trump got it from. The police came up and they was like, "What are you doing?" And the people in the background said, "We called you because they ate." She was biting the cat, and he said, "Let me see your teeth." And the woman showed her teeth and this, that, and the other, and and they said that it was probably mental illness or whatever. And then her niece weighed in on Twitter and stuff like that and said, yeah, yada, yada, yada. So that's where he got it from. But at the end of the day, y'all can take it over from there.
I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna end mine. That man and that woman last night was going at it, in my opinion. And I just was waiting for Vice President Harris to call that man a motherfucker. She was right there. Hey, G Nice. She was right. She looked. She was
close.
He said, "This mother, this
right," and I was
waiting.
And to your point, Bezel earlier, yeah, whatever he said for the border, okay, but everything else was what it was. Man's crazy, man. Man's a goddamn fool, and that's my hot take. I ain't got shit else, man. That shit is wild, man. Man said grab him in the pussy, didn't he? Yeah, okay.
All right.
Take me.
All right.
What do you think? What y'all think? Any of y'all that watched it?
All right, so I think obviously Kamala won the debate, but for me, both of them skirted around answers. But they both had questions that were directly they should have answered, and they just kind of skirted. I mean, Trump did it way more times than she did. So that's I mean, but that's what he does.
That was his whole platform.
I know, but I wanted to hear one clear answer. I mean, he didn't want to answer about Ukraine. Do you support the winner of Ukraine? He didn't want to give no leverage to nothing. I mean, he didn't want to ask why he killed the bill for the border security. I mean, he skirted around everything, deflected the whole thing. It's like, come on, answer one question. And she tried to answer a couple questions. She skirted around some questions too. She could have did a better job of clarifying some things or why she changed her positions. But overall, Trump, she got under his skin, and he just went off the rails. You know what I'm saying? She did a great job of baiting him into saying some crazy shit because she knew how to do it. I mean, she knew how to provoke him. So she started off talking about his crowd. You know, Trump's all about crowd size. You talk about a man crowd size, that already made him mad. And he was pissed after that. After that, he couldn't calm down. I mean, obviously the dogs, even if that's something he shouldn't even brought up. I mean, why even bring that up? I mean,
because
it made so
why
much,
he brought
but just because you hear something from one country, one state or one incident, don't mean the whole state or it's one incident. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even brought it up. You know, why even make a big deal? You know what I'm saying? He blow everything up for over. You know, this doesn't make sense. But go ahead. What was I say?
No, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
So
I mean, overall, she won the debate, right? No doubt about it. I mean, that's it's a debate.
I've seen several interviews or whatever from Trump. He's the same way in every interview. You ask him a question, he does not answer it. He blames somebody else for something else that's totally different. They ask him about January 6th and all this stuff. He talking about border control. how we letting these cartels and all these people cross the borders. They coming from everywhere. They taking the jobs. They killing the kids. They doing all what the fuck? Wait, we asked you about January 6th.
It's sick, exactly.
And he does it every single time. Like I watched about it. I couldn't stand it after that. Like I'll be honest with you.
I know. I agree.
After that, it was just he didn't answer one question straight on forward. Like not one. While I was watching it. You know what I'm saying? So
no, he didn't.
He didn't. That man said that. When they asked about Ukraine, he went. That man went totally left.
He didn't want to talk about Ukraine. He wants to. He didn't want to talk bad about Putin. He didn't want to talk. He didn't want to support Ukraine.
Like, man doesn't answer a question. He answered, man, dude. And you know what's funny is that I watched the little segment afterwards when they was going over how people thought, and they interviewed JD Vance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, if that's not his little ass puppet.
Oh my God.
He did the same fucking thing. He was over there. He said, yeah, I think that he just said Kamala and they do this and they don't do this and that. And I was just sitting there like, dog, he asked you about you and what the fuck you gonna do. Like, they didn't ask you about Kamala. They didn't ask you nothing about Kamala or Biden. They said, what y'all doing? And they ain't saying shit about what they doing.
Also, they touched on when they asked him about Obamacare and stuff, and he was like, he didn't have an answer for it. But here go the actual joint of the woman right here.
You had to go there.
You had to do
Why'd you kill the cat?
No, they're not gonna show that.
Smile for me. Smile over to you. Go like this. Did you eat that cat?
He ate that cat.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I did.
No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Eat that
cat. When he said, did you eat that cat? You know what that reminded me of?
That's where he got it from. You know, that's why he was like, it was all over the TV. And,
you know what that reminded me of when he said, did you eat that cat? Did you eat that cat?
Why did I?
Girl said, yeah, you bet that dog. You bet that dog. You bet that dog. Kevin, you was on it. I kept thinking, can I pet that dog?
Pet that dog. That little bit was funny.
And you know, she got a later video on TikTok where she's actually petting the dog.
Okay, so
hold up. Let me say one thing about the debate last night.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't like about the debate is when Kamala had a prime opportunity to have a perfect line when she was talking about, me and Tim Waltz are gun owners.
Gun control, yeah.
If she had simply just said, me and Tim Waltz are gun owners, unlike your ass, because you're a felon, you can't have one. If she just said that'd have set me off. That'd been perfect. But she didn't say it. But that was an opportunity right there to say, I can own a gun. You can't. Felon.
Mr. Indictment, talk about they were all fake. I'm like, come on, bro. You already been caught. They caught you.
Yeah.
She did say something about in November when you're hearing your sentencing hearing. Like,
let me ask you this.
She did that on purpose. She did that on purpose.
Do y'all think that do we have enough time for another debate, or it won't be another debate?
It won't be.
It won't be. Not his camp gonna tell him not to.
He wants on Fox.
He wants one on Fox.
He wants on a friendly network.
Because they were saying that they were unfair to him, the people on Fox, and I pulled it up.
Just because they was fact checking some of his bullshit. I mean, because some stuff was just outrageous.
I will tell you. They
could have fact checked.
And those moderators, they were on point to cut that bullshit off.
But here's the problem,
that I concur with.
Now I will say this though. What I hated about it is that when he said something, and Kamala came back and said something, and they were ready to move on, he had to say something else.
Yeah,
and they kind of let him do it, and he did it a lot, and that's why I kind of I would have cut his mic and be like, we need to move on, but he wanted to reiterate or try to go back and say something else to what she said. Like this, you had your time, bro. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? I think that was done way too much. They let him talk. Like even when Kamala did it one time, she said, "Can I just respond to that right quick?" He just started talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just went on, and I'm like, they were about to ask him something else, and he like, oh well, wait a minute, I'm going to respond. Like, I didn't like that. I ain't like that at all.
Okay, anybody have anything else on that?
I don't.
So okay,
it's time. It's time up.
Go vote.
Register to vote.
Register to vote. Everybody, go
we
register.
coming to the end. We coming to the end of the podcast. We gonna touch on Josie's joints, and then we're gonna finish it with Justin Jefferson, and it's the end of the night, fellas. So here we go.
Let me just go ahead.
Go ahead, Josie.
You ain't got my spill?
Not yet.
All right,
Josie's joint.
Okay. What happened to that, Sean?
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Now it's time for Josie's Joints.
See? See?
Okay, never mind.
That's not that time.
You already did it.
Isn't that that time? So listen, I was looking just real quick. I just want y'all opinion. I was watching an interview with Tyrese, and she asked him, "Who you think the king of R&B is?" And he said, "Hands down, R. Kelly." He said, "Usher is good. Usher and Chris Brown are great." He said they passed heights that I can't even reach. He said, "But the man R. Kelly is the king of R&B." So despite him sitting in prison for some heinous shit that he's done, do y'all agree?
Yeah.
Tread lightly. You know the people.
I agree. I think
the people gonna be on your neck.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that. The thing is, I agree. I think he is phenomenal. He's written for so many people, including Michael Jackson. I think that R. Kelly, as far as a musician, so you got to separate it as a musician and a person. You feel what I'm saying? So as a musician, I think that ain't too many people who can touch him with hits, his writing skills, his performance, anything. But him as a person, and it was some things that went back at as far as him being a child and all that. But still, his artistry, just like OJ. OJ was, you can't say OJ wasn't a great. OJ wasn't a great. Yeah, OJ wasn't a great. He might have put his hands on the neck and whatever in the stab, but you can't say he wasn't a great. You can't take away from his accolades.
He wasn't found guilty, so he ain't do that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Right. But true.
Don't fit, must quit.
But at the end of the day, they kept locking him up for something. So the thing is,
killing his own shit.
He did. But listen, that's true.
That nigga like, fuck that. You're not getting my goddamn Heisman, bitch.
Yeah, and they locked his ass up. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you can't take away from his accolades and what he's done. You feel what I'm saying? His body of work. The body of work on this side, not that body of work. You know what I mean? So I think that R. Kelly is phenomenal, man. Like, being real. I'm not saying that I'm his greatest fan or whatever for the actions that he did, you know, marrying Aaliyah at a young age and all that kind of stuff. But I just think that as a musician and dealing with music, like the things that he was a genius. He was a musical genius.
All right, D Nice, we're gonna get to you in May, Kev, because you look like your brain is your hamster on the wheel. Go ahead, D Nice. Yeah.
No, I agree, man. He was a musical genius. I mean, King R&B. I mean, I don't want to admit it, but I don't play his music anymore. But he had a lot of hits, man. I mean, he definitely
12 play. No.
And I don't do no karaoke songs. You know, I like doing karaoke, so I don't do no R. Kelly karaoke songs, man.
Definitely got to go see that. You need to tell us the next time you do karaoke. Definitely got to see that.
Hey, we used to go to DC all the time back in the day.
They got one on Wednesday. You know they got one on Wednesdays at the Harbor, right?
You know it.
They got one Wednesdays at the Harbor. I heard it's pretty.
No,
good.
I know the Harbor. I know. I'm gonna check it out one day.
We all gonna check it out.
Let us know when
this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah,
man, he's the king of
yeah.
R&B. No hand, no, you know, hard to admit, but I mean, he has so many hits throughout the years. It's
no hands.
ridiculous. I mean,
Okay, Wale.
He snuck it in there. He like, no hands. I mean,
hey,
You saw how Sean threw his
he's
head
the
back.
best.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, this shit here, man. Look here. Ah, it's tough. It's tough. It's just tough. Over the weekend at the same event that I was watching the game, DJ was playing R. Kelly, and mind you, heads were bobbing, people were singing, all kind of shit. And
Did you sing? Did you nod your head a little bit?
no, I didn't. I just hummed in my head.
He gave a little foot tap. He gave a little foot tap. He gave a little foot tap. He was tapping his toe a little bit.
Hold on, Joey. Add on to that. So I asked the people that I was with, I said, so does this song get a pass? And it was Step in the Name of Love. Step in the Name of Love, and I Believe I Can Fly should get a pass only because those songs are not reflective of his bad behavior. Next song came on was Your Body's Called. I said, oh, hell no. So with that being said, the separation, if we have to, of course. Body of work, producer, singer, everything. Kels is the top. But for that other shit, nah, I can't get it to him, so I'm going with Usher.
Kev.
I got a problem with Chris Brown to me and R. Kelly aren't the same kind of artists. And I have a hard time putting them in the same category.
Yeah, they're not. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I understand Usher, but the Chris Brown thing, I don't know what to classify Chris Brown as, but the fact that he's been doing it for 20 plus years gotta be something. I mean, he was 16 when he came out, right? And he's like 37, 38 now.
Yeah.
And he's still doing the same shit at a higher level.
With numbers. Yep.
And was blackballed.
And so honestly, in my mind, I feel without the Rihanna thing, and what he did was heinous, was horrible.
Yeah.
But without the Rihanna thing, I'm thinking Chris Brown is Michael Jackson level right now. With I mean even bigger, because he would be in movies, he would be the same caliber of music. I'm saying, but it would have continued and gotten to a bigger level.
Yeah.
Like, it'd have been like he could have been like Will Smith, like Will Smith Jr., except on a bigger level because he's a singer, not a rapper. Like he was on that path.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say that Kels is the king of R&B, because in my mind it's still the longevity and what should have been is Chris Brown, yeah.
But that shoulda, coulda, woulda. That ain't what is.
But
like
even what he accomplished with those setbacks.
If Kels didn't go to jail.
Okay. Well, I'm about to say that. So here's the thing: if Kels didn't go to jail, you think he would have relinquished any kind of? I feel like if he would have put pressure on these people next, like I think Kels still has hits.
If Kels didn't go to jail, we still know he was fucking little girls. It doesn't matter.
They turned a blind eye to it, though. You know what I mean?
You're right. But the thing is, like, okay, let's erase that. Like, let's erase Chris Brown's abuse. Let's erase that part.
Right. Okay.
So,
and then if we
gotta erase something, if we erase one, we gotta erase the other, right? So we talk about longevity. Kels will still be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think he still be doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he wrote, and it's not that he accomplished so much in his own music. It's like he wrote for so many people.
But the writing is not part of the equation for a king of R&B though. Like,
but I would say this. It's levels, because I think it's Chris Brown, even without the if, and Usher, they're this level. I think Kels is higher. It's a different level. Yeah. It's different. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like them the MJ Jordan type of thing, LeBron type of thing, how people quantize it. But what I'm saying is, with Kels, he's here. He's here. And his body of work, man, from 12 play to Ronald Isley in the closet.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. To be honest with you, I can't.
All that was whack to me. I'm gonna go.
And writing, but he did 12 of them, so it might have been whack to you, but he did 12 of them. So people were doing them.
That whole in the closet shit was stupid to me. I wasn't.
Hey, but listen. They might have been to you, but that joke.
If he did 12, it was.
People was waiting for that joke. People was waiting for them jokes to come out.
I guess it ended up being 35 episodes. My cousin knows every last one.
That's
ridiculous. Is that right?
Yes,
that many?
From my point of view, I guess I never was a big chaos person. You know, I guess I just never was. Like I remember 12 play when I was in high school, but other than that, I don't.
But okay, so let's go back to
DP2.
So let's go. So let's say we do put them in different categories. So I kind of get what Kevin's saying, because like Chris Brown is some R&B, but like he's kind of like pop and something else and something
like
else,
gangsta
like
pop or something. I don't
he's something, right?
Remember Deuces?
Trap pop.
But if you count him as different though,
I like Breezy too, bro.
If he count him as different, and the only reason he's in the conversation actually is because Tyrese mentioned him.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned him and Usher, right? So, but if you put him in something else, then yeah, Chris Brown is like whatever he is, he is that in that. You know what I'm saying? He is him. Yeah. He's him in that. I'm him. He's him in that. In whatever category you want to kind of put him in. Mm. But regardless of what the person did, and I don't really support his music anymore because that's putting money in his pocket and shit like that. Like that's a whole thing. But like what Sean said, if I hear something on the radio or something, or something at a joke, I might tap my toe a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
he wrote the Back and Forth with Aaliyah. He wrote the joint with Janet Jackson.
He
wrote the Janet Jackson joint, right? He did the Best of Both Worlds tour, and if him and Jay-Z then end up beefing and they had their situation, he did the Best of Both Worlds tour, and it's the Best of Both Worlds tour again. The Best of Both Worlds tour.
I went to the concert, and when it came to DC, I went to the concert. That shit was lit. The shit was lit.
It's so many. He wrote for so many.
If you can separate church and state,
E2K, bump.
If you can separate that, R. Kelly is that man. He's him too.
Maxwell.
Marcus Houston.
Maxwell. Yeah, he's that man. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jackson cry.
He did a couple Michael Jackson jumps, right?
Yeah.
Brian McKnight Discovery.
Not alone.
Yeah, he's him in that. He is the king.
Billy
of
Ocean. He wrote for Billy Ocean, dog.
You don't even know who Billy Ocean is, boy.
Come on now, Caribbean Queen, get out of here. Shut up.
Caribbean Queen.
All right. Before we end this segment, let's give our respect to Frankie Beverly passed away.
Oh man.
And James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones died too.
Indeed.
And James Earl Jones.
I am King Jaffe Jaffer, ruler of the moon. I'm looking for my son.
My son works.
What I am your father.
Who was that?
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
Yeah,
that was him. All right, man. We coming to the end, man. We had a good show, man. Sean, you rant. Let's give us a rant. Give us something.
I don't got nothing but, man, look here. Other than keep doing what y'all doing as fathers, man. Appreciate that word, Kevin, earlier too, man. You done a great thing, man, to introduce your children to that experience, man, and stay in your children's lives, man, because it matters. I also say that because I'm a new grandfather, and we got to keep doing our part.
And also, I want to congratulate you, man, because I know you're a bonus father.
Yeah.
And the thing is, being a bonus father is kind of hard because at the end of the day, you're not the biological, and you step in and you be that person that they look up to. You feel me? Or the one that they can talk to. Kevin, you're a bonus father as well. And it's very hard being a bonus father because it's like, damn, I'm not a kid. I'm not their dad. But at the end of the day, I'm their dad. You know what I mean? And the things that you have to go through because it's lines. And you got to figure out how you teeter those lines and dance those lines, and regardless of people like to admit it or not, sometimes you're under scrutiny because other people's watching, if it's not the family or whatever. But being that man that raising another man's child or that
Well, same to you then, bro.
see. Yeah, I mean, I understand it. So
same to you. You know, you giving out flowers. Let's give them to you too.
yeah,
You doing the
yeah,
thing.
but being
sure.
and that's including being coaches. Coaches are bonus to ass as well. I mean, being inspirations to kids and stuff like that. So I give it to
like
y'all.
them little motherfuckers. I
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah,
so
fellas. I mean, I was
it's
saying
hard.
man.
It is,
I got who's on vacation, man. Keep being in these children's lives because we got 11, 10, 12-year-olds out here running amok and menaces. And, nah, man, we need to keep doing our part, man.
and y'all,
you right.
And definitely, and at the end of the day, we have to educate these guys because we all have sons and daughters out here, and especially these sons. Like being real, it's hard out here as these sons. You see young guys, 26 years old, getting shot in the parking lot and stuff like that. And we could never. I fear getting that call in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? I pray. My job is to come home every night. You feel what I'm saying? But Lord forbid that one of my sons be out there or daughter. So like, you pray for these kids, and pray for calmness, pray for peace, and hope that we can educate people. I think even with our platform that we have, I talked to my man today, Paul. I had to do a wetlands check on Wild Rivers, and he was like, "Man, I love y'all podcast, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. And man, I'm so proud of y'all, man." And the thing is,
you done a wellness check?
Yeah, wellness check, checking on him because he was like, I asked him to hop on tonight.
Wellness.
Yeah,
wellness.
Wellness.
Yeah,
You
there
gotta
you
understand.
go.
Look, we get the pass. Listen, but at the end of the day, but listen to the message, not the words. The message is at the end of the day, he was proud of what we're doing, all of us doing, and he's paying attention, and he's saying that we're doing a great job, and that meant something for me, and I guess for any of y'all. I hope that y'all would like it. You know what I mean? We all know him, and like I said, man, all y'all stand up dudes, and I'm so happy to be here with y'all. Like we bump heads, we laugh, we talk junk, we do it all. But I'm so glad to be here with y'all, man.
I'm tired of standing up.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Same here. It's brotherhood.
All right, so that's it, man. We're not gonna do the fantasy this week, man. We're gonna cut it down.
Yeah, we're 2 hours.
One last thing before we go. One last thing before we go, because I downloaded it. One last thing, I gotta do this, and Omar gonna take it over next week. Thank God. But one last thing.
10 rounds from one officer and a single one from the second. In a different angle from the passenger side, you can see the shooting in slow motion.
The officer has his weapon in the window of the driver's side of the vehicle. The individual reaches up, he's grabbing the officer's weapon.
So basically, the young guy, he was sitting in his car. He was asleep, gun in his lap. Police came up to the car. I guess they got a call, drive through. They put the gun in the window. They woke him up. When they woke him up, he reacted. They say he reached for the gun, so they say, but also they unloaded. You heard 10 from one from the other. I don't know why it took that many shots. I don't understand. If you're trained shoot to kill, one shot to take you out, demobilize you, anything. So I just want to know what y'all thought about that. I know DC was crazy last night. I was looking at the news and scratching my head, man, and I just want to know, man, like if y'all have anything on it before we close it out, or how y'all felt about that.
So I'll go. So apparently the police officers went in parking lot because they were getting all that stuff, like people in the drive-through, making sure all that. That's what I heard. They were just making sure that, and they saw the car and whatever. Now, as far as the whole thing and how it went down, it could have. I believe it could have been avoided. Why are we pointing guns at a man that's is sleep and gonna be startled when he get up, like when he wakes up, or when you wake, there's a gun in his face. We talked about it earlier. He has a gun in his face. What is he supposed to do? He didn't know it was police. He just saw a gun in his face. And he grabbed the officer's gun because it was pointing in his fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we live in reality? Like, it was in his face, and if a gun in your face, now mind you, I don't know if I'm gonna grab the jump, but it was in his face, and fight or flight. He tried to fight. He was fighting. I think 10 shots is a lot. That's the one. If you're a trained officer, like 10 shots is a lot. Point blank, you can't hit that man in 1 or 2. I mean, not saying he should have shot in the first place. I'm just saying that's excessive, ain't it?
If my gun is and me not being a police and haven't really just fired off on nobody in a long time, as far as since military stuff. If I got to jump on you, I can hit you and make sure you don't have that gun in your hand with probably 1 to 2 shots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm done, but I just think it was kind of crazy how they pointed a gun at a man who's sleeping in his car. Yeah, he had a gun in his lap, but it was in his lap and he was asleep. Like, what danger is that to you? If you're supposed to be trained, you're supposed to be highly trained, right? So what danger is that to you immediately? It's not really.
Yeah, as a police officer, you really don't know what the protocol is. I mean, I don't know what the protocol is for a police officer, for a person you see the gun, but obviously their thought is protect themselves first.
It's not 10 rounds though.
No, way not. Yeah, but it's doesn't make sense. But they'll have to explain what the protocol is. Like, how should they have handled that situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was their, what do you do? You knock gently. I mean, obviously they want to make sure the guy doesn't get aggressive, shoot them first. But like I said, he was asleep, so it really doesn't make sense why he was that aggressive. But I don't know. Y'all, that's sad news, man. But
y'all are what's the word? Like, the 10 shots is the result of something, right? Like, it's the result of an emotion, it's the result of a feeling. Like, take the complexity out of it. 10 shots was fired because they were scared for their life. The question is, why were they scared for their life? That's what it boils down to. Like the person fired 10 shots because they were terrified.
It was more than 10 though. Actually, it was 11.
It was 10 from one person and 1 from the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 1 from the other person was just joining in, like, Yosemite Sam, style, whatever.
I'm gonna make sure he did that.
The 10, no, just wanted to fire a gun, because if you hit 10 shots,
he missed. Apparently he missed. Apparently he missed. So
he wanted to fire his gun, but the 10 shots is indicative of someone that's scared. The question is, why the fuck were they scared?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it boils down to. That's what this whole issue boils down to. Why were they scared? You answer that question, you answer everything else.
Yeah. In that same instance, the fact that they're armed already, you have a vest on, you're here to quote unquote protect and serve, let alone not by yourself. It was other officers in and around, and apparently you had time to do all of this other stuff, so you could have found other ways, other means of solving this situation and not having it result in death. This is not the first time we've seen cops shoot civilians and radically and all this other kind of stuff. And I pray that it's the last. But with that being said, man, I don't know what to say in most instances, because I don't know how to convey my angst as well as find logical answers. Hot take, what you said earlier, you're a solution-based person. What is a solution that can arrive from this circumstance? We can't even find out.
Accountability. Until
on both sides, correct?
On accountability.
Because we can't keep putting ourselves in situations to have authorities be at us like this. And on the flip side, police, man, do better. Y'all got to do fucking better. Because you're killing. Period.
This man is not going home. He's and being real, he's 26. He's a boy still.
But Bezel, not even this instance. Let's rewind back to the one we talked about earlier with Massey. Come on, man. Really? You had to shoot the lady in the head? And all she did was pour water in her sink. And you're scared. The fuck?
I'm trying to understand why somebody's scared with somebody with a gun in their lap and they sleep. And you have your gun at point blank range. One shot is one kill. We call in the Army, we call it when we haul off our thing, we go one shot, one kill. So train. I can pop you and take you out. You feel what I'm saying? Your point blank range, your gun is in his window. He's sleep. He's sleep. Now, if it was a white boy, would it be the same thing? Would it be the same thing? You know?
No, it wouldn't be.
You had a whole white boy crawl up a whole building, get on top of a building, walk past people. Back in the school shooting, you had a white boy walk down the street with a gun. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, what can we do? What can we do? This guy was a peace, kind of like a peace officer. He went to the crowd, So basically, what he did, his job was he, went to assess crowds and do things like that and break it down, and he kept the peace. Why his gun was in his lap, I don't know, but he was asleep. If you wake me up out of my sleep, how many of y'all got woken up out of y'all sleep? Be like, what? Whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, especially if somebody on you, like somebody
every morning when the alarm goes off.
Hey, and you jump up. Imagine waking up to guns in your face, lights flashing, guns in your face, and people all around your car.
Lights in your face. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you want to threat if you were asleep.
They could start using non-lethal rounds, but shit, who knows, man? This shit is just
Yep, non-lethal. Because see, the thing is, being honest, with a non-lethal round, they could have shot a gas pellet in the car, and it would demobilize him. It would have took him out, and he wouldn't have been able to do anything. It's one of these. These right here, and the police carry these. This right here, I could have put this in his car, and I could have popped it. I could have popped him in the car.
Why did they assume he was up to no good? Like this.
Right.
Again, roll back discussion. Like, why did they assume up to no good?
Yeah,
they're there to protect and serve. They're not there to shoot the dude. Like,
exactly.
We're going down the wrong path. Like, why was that person scared? Why did they assume that this guy was asleep was up to no good? Like, start from that point. That's what we got to start at.
Escalate the situation. Yeah. Do your job. De-escalate. Just like the Tyreek Hill situation. You're there to
de-escalate.
Why the fuck are you upset? And then you threatening other people. Give me your car to get it. Like, come on, bro, get out of here. This is not the position for you.
And they get mad from the reaction because we get irritated or we fed up or we upset about it. And they get mad and they react because we done reacted because we tired of it. We tired of being pulled over and for bullshit. We tired of going through all these different things. And now we got a little attitude about it, but that don't give them a right to kill us. They don't give them a right because we question them to kill us. Yeah, you went through your shit this day. Yeah, you went through this. Everybody go through shit every day and they go to a job and be like, damn, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. But you have a gun. You're there to protect and serve, not to kill. You feel what I'm saying? Not to kill. You feel me? And my thing, even and when I've joined the National Guard as well as the Army, the National Guard, that means the National Guard is the world police. Well, the United States police. That's what we are. So we go first to stuff. So the thing is, I remember in Mexico, they were shooting bullets. I was hearing someone hitting the tank, ting, 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 ting. I was like, what the fuck? People throwing rocks? They was like, nah, them bullets. I was like, oh shit, I'm in an actual real fight. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, we still supposed to assess the matter before we fired back. You feel what I'm saying?
Rules of engagement, man. Let alone, man. Then you got other ignorant individuals, and I say this ignorant because his response really just pissed me the fuck off. And I'm talking about Charleston White, simple motherfucker, talking about he wants us to go out. Only retaliation for us to go kill one of them and all. So you want a race war, but then he talking about
their guns are bigger than yours. Believe me, I don't
even care about that point right there, BZ. I'm just talking about the ignorance of the fact that you're going to match that stupid energy.
You can't.
Yeah,
you
can't do that.
You can't. And at the end of the day, and this is a deep topic, and it's for another show. But just being real, like you can't match what they have as far as artillery. And somebody like him, he's an idiot. He's funny sometimes, but he's an idiot. You can't go out there doing that with them. You know what I mean? And it was a joint with Dr. King when they was, if you watch the joint with King, when they was like, what you think you gonna run over there with your guns? They got tanks, they got this, they got this, they got this. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't do that type of stuff. And I wouldn't, and I worry about, my son got pulled over in Chicago. He thought that he went to Chicago when they went on a road trip, and he got pulled over with a gun, and they put him on the ground, this, that, and other, but he thought he was fine. He thought because he bought a gun in Georgia, he can travel, because he doesn't know. He didn't know. And you can't, unless you have a right to carry and all that, you can't go from state to state. In Georgia, I can go to the pawn shop, buy a gun. I can put it in my glove compartment, don't have the clip in it. We good. We good. Long as you don't have no record, you can buy a gun. You can walk out in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So you got to know your stuff from state to state, and people don't know their law.
Yep. Done.
Yep.
Night.
Right. So yeah, just like that. Before he take it over, man. I appreciate it. Where can we find you? D Nice. Where can we find you? Boom, 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 boom.
D Nice, DMV D Nice on Instagram.
Let's do it. I'm gonna laugh like shit.
Hey, y'all see it right there. Next to Flex Slick 45, man. I'm out. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, it's Chief Rocker 6 on Reddit. You can find me.
Lifeblood, back up. What's up?
I was looking at. I ain't worried about y'all. Listen, I'm here as always.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Huh?
Not
Michigan game.
All right, man. And I'm your boy B-Zell.
Michigan and Texas.
Oh, okay. I'm your boy B-Zell, man. Glad to have y'all, man. It's an honor, a pleasure to be with y'all every week. I love y'all guys, man. It's a blessing to be a blessing, man, with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh, we will have him back in 2 weeks, not next week, but the week after, I think. But we appreciate y'all. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. And everybody that support us that we don't even see, that just don't say anything. We love y'all, man. That's it.
Easy.
Have a good one.
You are now tuned into the Next2flex podcast.
Streets talking about.
Be good, fellas, man. It was all in the pleasure.
All right, man. It's been a long show. I'm tired.
Yep.